What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here and welcome back to my F1 2014 career mode. We are in Austria and we're coming off the back of a couple of great races. I recommend you do check them out. They've been very enjoyable and they've resulted in a couple of podiums for us, so we're looking to maintain our current hot streak. And in Q3 here, we are currently 3/10 down. We're in this final sector, we're looking quite strong. So let's see, at the end of the session, can we take pole position from Lewis Hamilton? Come to the line and it's third, and it's so close. It actually is really close. We've taken our teammate, got into the top three, but slightly disappointed not to take pole position there, but we can definitely work with that and take a strong result. So we need to be happy with that. I think that's a decent performance. Once again, we're in the Parc Fermé pen with the two Mercedes, looking on, thinking what could have been. Could we have been on the front row? And I think yes, we could have. So onto the grid. It's race day. P3. We're in the pound seats. We could get a very good start here. 5 lights. And away we go. Hamilton once again has got a shocking start. Looks like Rosberg's going to take the lead here. Think we're going to get third. Second even. Rosberg's quite slow into the first corner. We've made a little bit of contact. Trying to get on the power here. There doesn't seem to be much grip at all. I don't know if that's to do with the weather and the lack of temperature. I'm sure it's a cool day in the Austrian hills. But we're side by side with Rosberg going into turn 2. Trying to outbrake him. We've broken a little bit later. We have overshot it, which is not good at all. We're stuck on the curb. I think Alonso tapped us there. Second place. And we need to try and maintain. Stay on the back of Rosberg. We've got Hamilton just behind. He really didn't get a good start once again. So Rosberg's definitely got the upper hand on Hamilton at the moment. But oversteer there as well. We're struggling to control the car, but after a couple of laps we got back into the groove on the back of Rosberg after Hamilton did set the fastest lap of the race. So there's like a bit of a train forming here. The front four, the two Mercedes, myself and Alonso, surprisingly, because Ricciardo is stuck behind Hulkenberg. We've got DRS here on Rosberg, flying up his inside into, is that turn 3? I'll presume it is. But we do have the two Mercedes behind us putting on the pressure. But it's been a good start to the race. We have taken the lead after starting in third, so very positive sign so far. Though this last sector I find is actually quite tricky. I mean, I'll nearly lose control there. It must be so easy to crash out of these races in the final sector, but Rosberg's got a good run after my mistake in the final corner. He will not get it done there. But if he can get a good run out of the first corner, he can definitely be on the attack. He will definitely have DRS into the DRS zone, but Rosberg is on the trail. Hamilton's right behind him as well. I've got to go defensive. We're not going to try and outbrake ourselves this time. And Rosberg actually outbrakes us. That's amazing. The AI can actually outbrake me. But I think the two Mercedes actually made contact there, and Alonso is just behind them. The battle is definitely behind us at the moment. Let's have a look back. They're 3 wide. Oh my god, anything could happen here. But it's helping us pull out a lead. I think Rosberg's got the better of the other two. Yes, he has. Hamilton has held off Alonso, but on lap 7 the tyres were really starting to go off. The right front definitely overheating. Rosberg's on the attack and I just decide to let him go. I'm going to come into the pits because there is a chance of rain. I think it was about 23%. So that pretty much signals there's going to be rain near the end of the race. So I might as well just use up a load of option sets. So coming into the stop, putting on another set of options. What's the time? 3.8. Wow, that is a surprise. Not 3.7. Oh my god. But this is one of the trickiest pit exits on the calendar. Performed right there. Not the best. I was lucky not to lose part of my front wing or just spin in the pit lane. But we've come out in 13th position. Not many cars have pitted at this point. So, coming to the end of the lap. Who is coming out the pits? That is a Mercedes I can see on the right. It'll be nice to get out ahead of them. I think that's Hamilton as well, side by side. We're going to switch to the other side because no doubt Hamilton again the slipstream. Yes, he does. So we've got to defend here into this braking zone where the AI do seem to outbrake me. I don't know if that's something to do with me or the AI, but yeah, maintaining the position here. Hamilton will have DRS, but I don't think he'll attack here. He's getting closer and closer. We're not close enough, is he? I had to defend there once again. But it's a good battle here, but it's not good in terms of the race because Rosberg, we will not be getting the undercut on Rosberg. As you can see, next lap Rosberg is coming out the pits. And it looks like he has pretty much taken the lead. Yes, he has. A couple of seconds down the road, but we're going to go up to the Rich Mix, try and catch up. But it turned out Rosberg was on the prime tyres. It was me and Hamilton on the options. So there's a definite split strategy in the field. So it's going to be interesting to see which works out. But we did catch up to the back of Rosberg. Obviously got the better grip. And on the faster tyres. And we seemed to pull away from Hamilton as well, which I thought was a bit strange. Maybe he's saving fuel. But we're closing in on Rosberg. Looks like it's a chance to go up the inside. Yes, it is, to take the lead. And hopefully pull away now on the quicker tyres. DRS as well, very handy tool there. But lap 15 now, had a 2.5 second lead over Rosberg. My tyres, they'd gone for about 8 laps. I think that's the maximum tyre life of these tyres. So time to pit once again, and it's going to be another set of the options. If you think 23% chance of rain, you'd think it's probably going to rain around lap 22, 23 maybe, something like that. So might as well make the most of the option tyres, and hopefully our next pit stop will be for 4 intermediates. Thinking to the strategy, we're coming out in clear air between the 2 McLarens. So let's see what happens after this. The other car's going to pit. A few did. Hamilton did. I think the lap after, and he's a couple of seconds behind us. But we're closing on Bottas, who has not pit. And look at this move round the outside. I was so proud of that. What a move. I know I'm on newer tyres, but here we go. It is starting to rain as well, which made it a little bit trickier, but you can see how close we got. No contact, and it was a clean move. Got ourselves up to 4th place. And now it is starting to rain, as you can see. Conditions are getting trickier. Cars are in the pits, and I have taken the lead. Great times at the moment. Bottas has come out. Bottas is still out. He's in 2nd place, but he did eventually pit. Hamilton was closing in, but it was definitely time to pit for the intermediates. But Hamilton didn't think so. Hamilton went on. Rosberg is coming in for intermediates as well. So Rosberg got the first choice. Is that because he was champion in season 1? I don't know. I'm not gonna speculate about anything right now. But putting on the intermediates, there's a car going past there. So it looks like a couple of other cars are pitted as well. What tyres are they on? Let's hope it's intermediate. Otherwise we've pitted too early. I think we should pause it here just to see what's going on. Tyre situation. And yes, other cars are pitting apart from Hamilton. So potentially he could be struggling on this lap, which would make things very interesting. But not if I make a mistake like that. Oh, the raised curb inside is very dangerous, and it's kind of cost us a position there. That's Hamilton coming out the pit, and it looks like he's taking the lead. I did not expect that, so he must have had decent grip on his, I think, option tyres, or prime even. But yeah, we've dropped behind the 2 Mercedes, which is not good for our race. We need to try at least split them. I'd take a 2nd position right now, because Hamilton potentially could just run off into the distance as I battle with his teammate Nico Rosberg. No DRS, of course, but the rain is starting to get heavier. Conditions again tricky, and Rosberg just goes plain straight off the track and gifts us 2nd position. And you can see I'm struggling on the curb. It's getting very slippy at the moment. But now on lap 35, my tyres were really starting to go off now. I think it was 8 or 9 laps on these inters, and Rosberg is coming back. Before this point I was maintaining a solid pace. About 2-second gap to Rosberg, around 3 seconds to Hamilton, but Hamilton has just bolted into the distance. If you look on the mini-map, the cars ahead are back markers, and I can't even catch up to them. So Rosberg is definitely on the prowl. He definitely wants a 2nd position. But now on to the final lap of the race. We're coming into the final couple of sectors. Rosberg is just on our tail. Our tyres are really struggling. This is going to be an epic battle to the line. Hamilton has easily won this race. By 12 seconds, he's definitely outperformed us in the final stint. But Rosberg's on the attack. We're going by side into the final 2 corners. I've got the inside line. I've got no grip though. Rosberg's backed out. Can we maintain it to the finish line? Oh, tricky, just skidding around, losing control, but we've maintained our position. It's 2nd place. Great performance holding off Rosberg there, but it was a great battle in the first 3 quarters of the race. But sadly, we could not keep up with Hamilton in the final stint. Our tyres went off too quickly. And there we go with the final result. We finished 13 seconds behind Hamilton, but I'm very happy with that 2nd place. Rosberg just beat him into the 2nd place on the podium. Ricciardo 4th. He actually caught up quite a bit in the final stint. He was quite far behind before that. Raikkonen was the best of the Ferraris in 5th. Hülkenberg, Bottas, and the McLaren's in the top 10. Where is Alonso? Because thinking about it, Gutierrez in 11th. That doesn't happen too often. That's the closest the Sauber's ever been to points. Ah, there we go. Perez and Alonso both retired. I didn't even notice that during the race, but Alonso was looking good for battling for the podium early on in this race, so that's a shame for him. In the Drivers' Championship, Hamilton has taken the lead, 3 points ahead of Rosberg, and I'm currently 20 points behind Hamilton, so it's looking like a very exciting battle. Ricciardo and Alonso have both dropped back in the past couple of races, so maybe the championship challenge is fading from them, and it could be myself against the Mercedes. I mean, the Mercedes battle is pretty epic at the moment, and I'm trying to just force myself into that battle, get in the way, win a few races, and somehow try and take this championship. It's going to be very difficult. The Constructors, equally difficult. We're 59 points behind. Ricciardo hasn't scored too many points in the last few races, so hopefully he picks it up. But we're really far ahead of Ferrari. It should be at least 2nd place in the Constructors, but we're always going for the win. So, that was very enjoyable, I must admit. The next race is in Great Britain. So, if you've enjoyed this race, please leave a like, support my championship push. Trying to get all these races done before F1 2015 comes out. There's the celebration, 2nd place. Please subscribe if you want to see the rest of the races in this season. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you in the next race. Goodbye.